Okay, so now we're here with Elaija.
Hey, I am the older brother.
Yeah, he's the toilet seat smuggler. That's actually how Ethan got into toilet seats. He was smuggling toilet seats in.
Yeah, he wanted in on the money.
Yeah, he wanted in on the money. We found there's a big market. The problem with toilet seats is they're kind of easy to bring in, but a toilet, that's kind of hard to fit in small places and bring it through, it's kind of hard to smuggle them.
Mm-hmm.
But your brother found a way.
Yep, yeah, he found a way to put it in a specialized crate and bring it over.
Yeah. So tell us about how you ended up in Russia.
Well, I had a friend. I was divorced and had a friend that was working for some Russians in America. And
obviously gangsters.
Yeah,
Mafia.
Yeah, I've seen the women there, and we were talking about them, as men do. And he's like, Russian women, they come off kind of aggressive and cold. I'm like, I don't know, man. And he's like, oh, I bet you couldn't talk to one or, get a Russian girlfriend. I'm like, I think I can. I'm pretty good with ladies. And so I did. I actually I hopped on a dating site and talked to quite a few, and then actually found one that really connected with, and she convinced me to come here during the conflict, and said goodbye to my family. Wasn't sure if I'd see them again, and came here, and everything went fine. Had a great time. Fell in love with Russia. Fell in love with her, and we got married, and yep, so I ended up here.
So it was kind of like what they call mail order.
Yeah, kind of. Yep. Yeah, except I came to her instead of her coming to me.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of people think they only want to go to the U.S., but
yeah,
I know a lot of people probably make fun of you and so forth. But I mean, I've actually had a fair number of friends that have hooked up that way, and they've been married for years. I mean, I'm married to a Russian woman. I didn't meet her that way, but I moved to Russia, and I met her in Europe, and we moved to Russia. And I just never left, and we've been married 22 years. People made fun of us too. So
yeah, well, they're missing out.
Yeah, no, for true. So it can definitely work out. So this is not your first trip to Russia, obviously.
No,
what are your, what preconceptions did you have when you first trip to Russia? What did people tell you, like, don't go there?
Oh yeah. So before I met her and started talking to her and learning about Russia, I really didn't have too many preconceptions about it, other than what I was taught in school, that Russia's a scary place, and if you go there and you're American, you'll end up in jail or something like that. But then I found some other channels where guys had already come here, they talked about it, and made me feel a lot better about coming before I did. And then, yeah, it was fine. I was nervous coming through the airport, like with passport control, and them asking me, what am I doing here and stuff like that. But it all went fine. Everyone was friendly, and wasn't anything like, people said. A lot of people warned me, especially with the conflict going on and stuff. They're like, oh, you can't use your cards. They, all the businesses left Russia.
Well, how do you pay for things if you can't use your cards?
Yeah, so I bring cash, and I also utilize crypto, and it works great.
So no problems there.
Yeah, none.
And what does your wife do? I mean, obviously she's a KGB spy, right?
Oh yeah. No, she's actually really smart. She's probably smarter than I am. She's got a law degree. She's not working right now, but yep, she could, if she wanted to, go work as a lawyer or in a law office.
What do you do? You must be super rich, and she's just after you for your money, right?
Oh no, I'm a jack of all trades. I've done a little bit of everything. I was in the telecommunications business for about 5 years, and then they kind of screwed me over, and I wanted to change the pace, wanted to see America at the time, so I truck drive right now, and just saving up. I want to get into some real estate, and have some passive income or semi-passive income to be able to live and travel where I want to, if I want to be here, and do maybe some work here, and also bring in some money from the States. Do you
ever think about just moving here? And yeah.
Yep. Yeah. She wants to visit America, and we'll see what she thinks about that. But I see in the future us coming back here.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And how much did the Kremlin pay you to say that?
A lot. No one did. No one's got a gun to my head. It's a lot of freedom here.
And you wouldn't think that. And again, I mean, do you feel safe here as an American? I mean, because I get asked all the time, Americans are not safe coming to Russia. I can't come to Russia. I'm an American. I can't come there as a tourist. And I asked them, why not? What's the problem?
Yeah. So first, just getting my visa to come here was extremely easy, way easier than I thought it would be. And then, once I got here, I feel super safe. I mean, safer than I do like in New York or Chicago or something like that. Never worry about. I heard people saying, oh, there's pickpocketers and stuff like that, but I've not even seen that happen.
Pickpocketers
experienced.
everywhere, but they're pretty rare here.
Yeah, and I'm always kind of on my guard, but my guard's down a lot more here than in a lot of places. Yeah, I've not seen any crime. I've never seen anyone get arrested even, and I've been here, 4 times now.
So what's the total amount of time you've spent in Russia?
Total, probably pushing 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
Altogether, maybe 6, yeah.
So you've ever been out late at night in the city? I mean, St. Petersburg is a city of about 6 million people.
Oh yeah.
So-
I've gone down to the Lockta Tower, at midnight. It's safe. Been at the city center around 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And
How would that
no
compare
problem.
about going like Chicago or New York, or pick any major American city?
Oh
Atlanta,
yeah,
Miami, I don't care.
I would be a lot more cautious. I probably wouldn't walk. I'd probably take an Uber, from point A to point B, and not even, walk if I.
And you don't feel oppressed here because you don't have your own car?
Oh no, public transportation's great. The metro, the buses. The
How can
trolleys.
public transportation be great? Public transportation is smelly and horrible and expensive and doesn't go anywhere you want to go. How can that be?
The Russians have it figured out.
They do?
Yeah.
How can the Russians figure it out but the Americans can't?
I don't know.
Are you saying Russia has something that's better than America? I'm not saying everything is, but something?
Something,
That's just
yeah.
impossible, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think people here, they're taught to respect what they have and to clean up after themselves, and to not leave trash behind, and just be a good citizen.
And you don't feel threatened that you can't carry a gun around with you at all times?
No.
No? You don't feel unsafe?
No. In America, I have a gun. I do carry it around there because you just never know. But here, the police, they have guns, but as long as you obey the law and stuff, you don't have to worry about that. And everyone knows that, I think, and it keeps them from committing crime.
Have the police stopped and frisked you?
No, going through the metro occasionally, sometimes they'll search men with if you have a backpack, and that's.
Oh, that's just the security, the
But
metro.
that's just the security. That's not police. And no,
So what
I've
we have
never,
is a metro here. We have security at all the metro stations because several years ago we did have a bombing and a few people died. So they just watch, and if you have a heavy backpack or something, they'll pull you aside. It's not, whatever.
And it's a really easy process.
Yeah, it wasn't. I wouldn't call stop and frisk. It was just, hey, let's look in your bag. And
Yeah, and they're very polite when it happens. But yeah, with the police, no interactions whatsoever. Not bothered. Don't check my passport or anything like that.
any kind of discrimination, because obviously
No.
there's a conflict going on, and they all hate Americans right now. I mean, nobody's like been go home Yankee or get out of here.
When they find out American, they just want to, they're curious. They're like, oh, well, what are you doing here? That's so cool. And, ask me some questions about what I think about here and America. And yeah, everyone's just very friendly.
And no problems being in an intercultural marriage at this point.
No, there's some, I learned, you got to learn about each other's cultures.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But I meant from discrimination from her
Oh,
family.
no, they love me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a babushka and a dadushka now. And
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool.
That's a grandmother and grandfather.
She
so.
feeds me very well when she's visiting, and my wife also takes great care of me.
Yeah, if you're with babushka, then you're good. Yeah. Babushka feed you?
Yeah, oh yeah. She, this time, she prepared enough food for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Yeah, when she was visiting.
So her family's very welcoming and everything, yeah?
Oh yeah, very much.
And how are you adjusting to the food? Has your digestive system adjusted to beets yet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so even though my brother threw me under the bus about bland food, I love Russian food. I just like more spices in my stuff. It's very bland, but it's good. They have very good cutlets. One of my favorites is a Kiev cutlet. It's got like chicken and egg inside it.
It's like a meatball.
Yeah. Plov, although you said that's more...
I think plov is Uzbekistan, but it's very common here.
Yeah, Russians love it. It's great food. But like I said, I do love my spices and stuff a bit more, but I can't complain.
And how about the bears? Have you learned to fight bears yet?
I will next week.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, I will be meeting a bear in Moscow.
It's learning to fight a bear is good preparation for marrying a Russian as well.
Yeah.
So have you been here in the winter? Oh, you were here in the winter. We met in December.
Yeah, I was here in March last year, and then I was here for winter, December and January.
Yeah.
It's cold, a lot of snow, but people still, it doesn't slow anyone down. They do a great job keeping the sidewalks clean, cleaning the streets.
Evidently, you were not on Petrogradskaya this year.
No, I wasn't.
Petrogradskaya, they did not keep the streets clean this year. Well, the streets, yes. The sidewalks, no. It was,
Okay,
It was a major disaster.
Well, I got
Petrogradskaya this
I got
year.
some good boots for walking around, but they try. They try, but yeah, it does get very cold here in St. Petersburg.
Like how cold? Like -2, -3?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it. I'm still learning.
-30.
Yeah.
It was a cold year.
I know when it's 32 degrees Fahrenheit, it's 0 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
And I kind of got that figured out, but yeah, I just know it was cold. But there comes a certain point where it's so cold it doesn't matter what the temperature is.
Because you have a Russian woman to keep you warm.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Yep.
See, that's what your brother's not having yet. So
I'm trying to help him.
we're working on it.
Yeah.
We're working on it. So, what else we got? I can always edit out the pauses, so it's no problem anyways. Have you tried sala yet?
No, I don't think I have.
Ask your wife about sala.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Russian ice cream.
Okay, yeah, I've not tried that yet.
Okay, yeah. Tell her you want to try sala. That your friend Chad said it's like Russian ice cream.
Okay.
Let's see what she says.
Okay. All right.
That's how I was introduced to it. Somebody told me it's like Russian ice cream. Have you tried? How about grichka? The brown kernel-looking stuff, brown dog food-looking stuff they eat for breakfast.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I hate that. That's terrible.
You didn't know the name, but the brown dog food breakfast material.
Yeah, and she puts sour cream on everything too. My wife is kind of a night owl, and so she'll get bread out, layered in sour cream, cut up some tomatoes, stick that on there.
The sour cream here is different. The sour cream smetana, if you haven't tried it, yes, it is sour cream, but Russian sour cream is very different than American sour cream. It's just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like comparing like fish eggs to caviar. Sour cream in Russia is really something special and very different. And they don't have just one kind either.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to describe it. It's not quite cream cheese, but it's, you can put it on a lot of things. Grichka is a bit of an acquired taste. I don't like it very much plain, but if you cook it with like beef bouillon or chicken bouillon or put some tomatoes on it, it's actually very good. And I think possibly it's one of the reasons that Russians have a low level of diabetes and things because the grichka, there's so much fiber in their diet that it just, they think that might be one of the signifying factors. So I'd ask you to give grichka more than one try, but try it different places. I can take you to a place here that make a thing called grichotto, which has mozzarella, parmesan, sun-dried tomatoes, mushrooms, spinach, and it's all together.
Okay.
And you would not even know it's grichka, and you'd be like, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a substitute for brown rice. But plain, I get it. Or just with simple butter. Russians will just put butter on it or salt. I can eat it, but if you mix up with some things, it's actually really, really good. If you ever had dark quinoa, it can be like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very good. It does take some getting used to. The beets, of course. Beets, mayonnaise, potatoes, grichka, they're all going to be in your diet if you eat Russian food. So
yeah, I will say that's one thing that surprised me. Is how healthy people are here. It seems compared to like in America, you don't see so many people overweight or dealing with health issues as much as you do there. And like my babushka, she's probably pushing 70, and she's all over the place, and it's got almost more energy than like I do.
Not like all over the place here, like
no. Physically though, she's just real outgoing and strong and just doesn't stop. And I'm always amazed.
She could kick your ass.
Oh yeah. She got mad enough at me maybe. So that's one reason I think I'd love living here long term is just the food's a lot healthier. Yeah. There's not it's like chemicals and junk in it, and for my own health I think that would be good.
You do a lot more walking here too?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's because it's a socialist system. They make you walk, right? It's a more walkable city.
Yeah, it is, and it's nice to walk here. Yeah. The weather is pretty decent in the summertime.
Yeah.
And
well, in the winter we can ski. There's ice skating. There are lots of things to do in the winter.
Yeah. Yep. Even in the wintertime, I've seen families like with their sleds pulling their children along and stuff. I thought that's pretty cool.
Forget that. In fact, you'll see baby carriages with skis on them here.
I did, yeah.
They have some with wheels and skis that you like pull a lever and the wheels pop down, and you let go of the lever and the skis pop down. You'll see them in the winter. They're pretty cool looking.
Yeah. And like with it being summer right now, everyone's got flowers out and on their balconies, and I think that's cool. They take a lot of pride in that.
And so you're living in your girlfriend's house, yeah? And how is it living?
We have an apartment over.
How is it living in a communist apartment over here? I mean, come on, you don't have 2,000 square feet. How do you live?
It's small, but it's it's livable. It's nice. It's clean. The cabinets are brown and Soviet style, but I like it. We got a balcony. In the morning, I can go out there, see what's going on. We're on the 8th floor, which is nice, so you get a pretty good view of the city. I can see St. Isaac's and everything. But yeah, I don't need like a ton of space.
So it's not like a South Chicago slum with all these.
Oh no, it's safe too. Like when I go into my apartment there, yeah, I don't have no one shady hanging out by the door, or, you know.
And how come that is? Why don't shady people hang out there?
I think it's because people are afraid to commit any kind of crimes here, you
Because
know.
of the babushkas.
Yeah.
You don't mess with the babushkas here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens if, I mean, why don't we have the crime? I mean, do they kill people here for like?
No, I just think it's, if you commit a crime, the conviction rate's pretty high. You know, like if you commit a crime, you're gonna get convicted and probably go to jail. So don't commit it, don't do it. You know, and in America, people know they can a lot of them can get away with it.
So don't you feel like you're in a police state then, where you could go to jail for anything at any time for like
No.
farting on the street or something?
No, because we don't have stupid rules like that here.
Uh-huh.
You know, nothing crazy like that. Just, you know, be smart and don't do stupid stuff, you know, and you won't win stupid prizes.
So like if you got caught drinking a beer on the street, what, you think you'd go to prison or the gulag?
Oh, no, you'll get a fine.
Yeah, I can tell you how much the fine is.
Yeah.
It's $5.50.
Yeah.
Or at
Yeah.
the current exchange rate, $6. And
But-
it's not a criminal offense, it's a civil offense. I can tell you what the fine is.
But yeah, you know, people know to obey the law, you know, and everyone gets along. There's nothing to be scared of here, you know, just respect what the laws that they have in place. And
So like when you encounter police here, and I said you haven't had a first-hand encounter, but like if you see a police officer walking your way looking at you, or you saw a police officer walking your way looking in the States, how would you feel different between the two?
here, I wouldn't worry about it at all because he's just doing his job and I'm just living my life. And as long as I'm not doing anything wrong, I don't have nothing to worry about. In America, maybe not so much walking, but, you know, if I'm driving and, you know, I see a cop or something, I'm quick to check my speed limit or something because, you know, he might just want to pull me over and see what I'm doing. And, you know, yeah, here I don't feel like they're just out to get me or anything like that.
And have you seen people, other people than white people here?
Oh, yeah. Yep, I've met all kinds of ethnicities here, and it's a pretty broad range.
Because I get these stupid comments all the time that, well, it's only safe because you're monoculture there. You only have white people.
No. There's people from Africa here, from kind of the stand countries. A lot of Asians are here. And broad range. I've not had a lot of interaction with them so much. I did at the expat Christmas party, you know, talked to some there, but yeah, anybody can come here.
And you have an interaction, but I mean, when you see them in the streets, does it look like people are looking at them differently?
Nope.
They just kind of
they're just going about their day. Yeah. Even in Sochi, you know, I've seen white people, black people, Asian people, you know, and yeah, everyone just does their thing. No one's stopping and taking pictures of black people because, wow, it's such a sight or something like that. Like, you know, some people have this conception that that's how it is here, but it's not.
And do like the black people all live in their own neighborhood here, or?
No, everybody lives in apartments. It doesn't matter what your race is.
And so like, how is your apartment here versus like your house in the States?
It's smaller.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't need a lot of space either. You know, really.
Why don't you need so much space here? I mean, why do you need so much space in America but not here?
Well, we just have more. Like they just build them bigger. I feel like in America.
But at least where I was headed towards, there's a lot more communal spaces here that
Yeah.
people appreciate. We have parks that you can go and it's everybody's shared.
Yeah, I will say.
area
I think having like a bigger home and you know, maybe have like your own little backyard and you just kind of live in your own bubble in the States. Like, yeah, we don't socialize so much anymore there. And then here, yeah, the apartment might be smaller, but it's fine. We go out, we go for a walk, we go to the park, meet up with people. They have, like, they just did the Days of Russia here, went to a Russian Renaissance, which was really cool. Yeah, there's a lot more socialization here. And I think that brings Russians and everyone here together more as a whole, too. There's not so much division.
So you think that just the socialization changes society a bit?
Oh, yeah. I think it has a great impact.
Because you tend to know your neighbors and, you know, I know who my neighbors are.
Yeah.
We don't hang out, but I know who they are and, you know.
Yeah, even though I've been here 4 times and maybe only been here about 5 or 6 months altogether, I even know who the house lady is at my apartment.
Well, that's the KGB lady watching.
Oh, yeah. No, but she's real nice. She always wants to hear about, you know, how I'm doing in the States and,
of course she
you
does.
know,
She's
what I'm
spying
doing
on
here.
you.
Oh, yeah. But no, she's like a babushka for the whole apartment building. And, but yeah.
Yeah. And so is your apartment building, is it like falling down? Or
No, it's in good condition. When there's a problem, there's no issue getting someone to come out and fix something because we did have a pipe burst and, you know, a plumber came out, took some tiles off the wall, fixed it, put it back together and works great. nothing's falling down. I don't feel like if I go out on my balcony, I'm going to fall off, you know, or anything like that. Yeah, it's well built.
Have you traveled throughout the city pretty well? Because I mean, the area you live in it's not a bad area, but it's not a cushy area either. It's, you know, it's what we call a sleeping zone.
Yeah, I've been kind of all over St. Petersburg. I've been out to the east side. That's actually where we got married, at one of the marriage halls there. I've seen some of the newer apartments. They are really nice.
Have you been anywhere that you were scared or felt like was a ghetto or something?
Oh, no.
I've been looking for the ghettos of St. Petersburg.
I've not found it.
No, everybody tells me go for go to Shushtri, I've been there. Go to Marina, I've been there. Go to Kupchina, I've been there. I just can't find what Americans call a ghetto.
Yeah, nothing exists that I found yet here that's like an American ghetto.
I've had people tell me to go to Begovia, and that's, you know.
I love Begovia. It's my metro.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice. We got a couple malls there, some good restaurants. I've been to, you know, down by Polkovo, the airport area and everything. It's the same.
Is there anything you can't get because of sanctions?
I can't get a McFlurry from Tasty and Done, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Which was, Tasty and Done is what was McDonald's.
Oh, you mean Vkusny Tochka?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, translated into Tasty and Done for us non-Russian speakers. I'm learning, but it's not a lot.
How's your Russian coming along?
I'm learning. I'm probably like where like a toddler kind of is. Like I know some phrases, I know some words. You know, I feel fine going around the city by myself now. But I can't really hold a conversation just yet. But I'm working on it.
So anything you miss, I mean, if you were to move here, is there anything you'd be like, oh, I really miss that. I can't live without it or something that's back in the States you have?
Well, I thought at first, I'm really into cars. I love cars. I even have like a 97 Porsche Boxster. I love that car. And I thought, well, here in Russia, I love everything. There's no car culture. And I was wrong about that because I realized they do have a car culture. They have muscle cars, exotic cars. They do car meetups. So I really can't say there's anything that I miss. I mean, yeah, we have some American foods that we don't have here, you know, or maybe some of the tastes are a little different. But, you know, there's nothing really that I can think of that comes to mind that they don't have here. If I want to go, you know, somewhere that's like California, I can go to Sochi. It's warm there. They got yachts.
But isn't it cold all year in Russia? I mean, aren't polar bears walking the streets even in June?
No. Even my wife is from way up north, up in Severodinsk, and you know, it gets really cold up there in the winter. But even here in the summer, it's nice now. It's green. You can go to the dacha and, you know, enjoy the outdoors. It's not all gray and cold.
And the dacha is like a summer cabin. But is it safe to leave the city? Because I've been told once you leave the city, it's all dangerous and there's no toilets out there whatsoever.
Oh, yeah.
And it's dangerous and you get eaten by bears and killed by lobsters.
No, it's just as safe.
Just as safe?
Yep. Maybe. Yeah.
And you sure you've not been hired by the Kremlin yet?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Just want to make sure here. So one last thing. Anything else you'd want to say to people?
If you get the opportunity, come here. It's easy to get a visa. A lot of people have already done it, and I think you'd be amazed and surprised from what you're told back in the States or from wherever you might be.
Cool. Well, good luck with your toilet seat smuggling.
Appreciate it.
And I'll see you next time you're in Russia then.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Okay.